You starting already?
I'm sorry.
You starting already?
Okay, go.
What's today? Wednesday? Happy Wednesday.
It's Ash Wednesday.
Is it?
It's Ash Wednesday.
Well, I mean, you PK, so you know all of that.
What
you
bad behaviors are you giving up?
You know, look, you know all of that. You know all of that. But welcome to the Love and Business on Lock podcast. I am the franchise Jay Claxton, and this lady to the left of me goes by the name of...
You don't know my name? Why do we go through this?
No, I just say it. Just say your name.
Cassandra.
Dr. Cass Vaughn. We are here. What is this? Few days after Valentine's Day weekend.
Post-love weekend.
Hopefully you had an incredible time.
I had a great one.
Right. Hopefully you had an incredible time. Hopefully everything is good. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And we are here. We're here. We back at it. And I feel like you probably already know this particular couple anyway, but you know, this is years, and I feel blessed to have him and his lovely wife on the podcast. None other than my man DJ Tay-Rock and Angela Johnson. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling?
You know, we need sound effects.
Yeah, we do. We need some sound effects so the crowd be cheering in the back. You know what I'm saying? I make sure you deserve a better intro to this. So, no matter of fact, let me start over. So, it's the Love and Business on Lock podcast. Jay Claxton, Cass Vaughn. We have this incredible couple. We celebrate Black excellence. They do events all across the world. He is a world-renowned DJ. His wife take care of all of this business. Man, they are Atlanta's finest. You understand me? Tay-Rock and Angela Johnson. Yay!
Okay, we didn't ask you for the sound effect.
Why you hating on me?
Because the intro was perfect.
You come right into the hate.
The intro was perfect.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all feel? She's a hater. She's a hater. She's a hater. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Man, good.
How was Valentine's Day weekend?
It was great.
It was good.
We were in Cancun.
Okay, sounds good.
Walking around, no shirt on.
Okay. You was flexing? Flexing shorty, you was flexing?
Freezing cold in Atlanta. I want to go back, man, like for real.
Right.
Listen, we understand we were on the West Coast and it felt so
it was amazing. You know, Arizona was amazing. So it was, you know, we was out there with friends and family and you know, a little R&R and a little business at the same time. So that's the blessing about us and us being in the business that we're in. You know, people kind of always tend to say to me, like, yo, why do you want to work so much? I'm like, yo, this is a hobby. Like, you understand what I'm saying? This is a hobby. I am, you know, we get paid to entertain and do business with people that we like and we love. You know what I mean? Now I will still do business with somebody that I don't necessarily like either, because business is business. But you know what I mean? It is a blessing. So I want Tay-Rock, I want you to, you know, kind of tell a story. I'm not sure if, you know, everybody that's on the podcast knows, you know, your story, where you come from and how you've made it, where you are, how you met your lovely wife. Like we celebrate the whole thing, man. So, you know, right now, let us know kind of your story, where you come from, where you reside at now, and what you got going on.
All right, I'm gonna keep it as short and simple as possible, because that's a long story. But anyway, so I'm from Baltimore, born East Baltimore, grew up West Baltimore. I started DJing while I was living on the West Side, but going to Mervo. So a lot of my critics, you know, they were the guys I went to school. Combination of the guys I went to school with, and guys I went to school with, and guys I grew up with on the West Side. So every time I would make a mixtape, you know, they were like, "Yo, it don't sound like Sean Marshall. Yo, go back in the lab." go back in the lab, yo. And don't bring nothing else until it sounds like Sean Marshall or Scotty B. Like that was the barometer right there.
Right.
So, you know, fortunately made it through all that. Them guys, they still like got my back until this day. So got through high school, ended up DJing at the Paradox on Sunday and Mariah's on Friday. So I got to do like, you know, I met Frank Ski. Like actually, I'm sorry, I'm gonna back up a little bit. The person that found me was Bubby Love. Bubby Love found me DJing in rec parties, like the projects. So he was like, Frank, yo, we gotta put this young boy on. So luckily, you know, they put me on. They put me in the club scene in B-More. I did a lot of mixtapes and stuff like that. Right. But then, so after Frank left, like he left me like a lot of his business. So I was doing like a lot of his parties and everything like that. Frank leaving meaning he moved to Atlanta.
Right.
Like one day he was like, yo, come to Atlanta and check this out, yo. I think you can really make it. Right. And like, it's just it was timing. It was all about timing because when he got here, like he killed it. And it was only one of him. Like 9 people wanted him every night, but it was only one of him.
Right.
So, you know, it got to a point they was like, well, let me see what the young boy can do. Right. And you know, me and Bubby, like we got a lot of work just, you know, off of being affiliated with Frank. I mean, but we had to prove it. It wasn't like they were just gonna give it to us. Right. So luckily, you know, that came in. I got to build my ranks up in Atlanta. And I used to do this club called the Havana Club. And every Monday there was a guy in there watching me. And I did that club for like 10 years straight. Okay. But in the early years, there was a guy in there watching me. His name was Big Mike. I knew who Big Mike was, but I didn't know who he was. Right. So he came up to me one day and he was like, yo, I need you to go on tour with me. I said, go on tour? He said, go on the road. I said, with who? He said, Russell Simmons. I said, Russell Simmons? Right. Well, yeah. He said, yo, we got this Fat Farm tour. We go all around the country. Okay. So, you know, like every 2 or 3 weekends out of the month, we would go hit 3 cities. And like, man, like you talk about the blessing. Like, so I'm on the road with Russell Simmons in the limo with him, just absorbing. Like right then, like I got to know how successful I wanted to be and how successful I didn't want to be.
Right. So because I want to really get back to that because I remember the tour, but I didn't know that part of the story. I didn't know. I didn't know how it came about. You know, I'd just be happy to see my guys win. You know what I mean? But I want to really find out what game you got from this guy being in the limo, being in the car with this guy weekend after weekend, day after day. What was that? What did you get from that? What food did you get from Russell?
Man, it was all about just like knowing your worth. Knowing like one, you got to know your tolerance. That's what I'm saying. He would tell people, he'd be like, yo, you ain't built for this. Like he said, dude, I went to bed at 3. I'm up at 4:30. Right. You know what I mean? And he was just like, be real with yourself. And like I said, when I sat there and I watched him just be on, I was like, I don't want that much money. Like I was proud to say it. I was like, right. I might want Kid Capri money, who was on the tour with us also. So I got that. So I'm sucking it up from him, Big Mike, Run. Like I'm just like a sponge. I'm absorbing everything. Right. But like Russell was a straight shooter. You know what I mean? He'll hold no words with nobody, whether you black, white, Indian. He do not care. You know what I mean? So like that was the most important. But the most important thing I learned from him and Big Mike was branding. Oh my God! Like they did not play about their branding. Like Fat Farm had to be all over everything. Like you don't like it's something that you don't play with. Like when you're branding a product, like Cavassier was our liquor sponsor. I didn't even drink Cavassier, but nobody would know. You know what I mean? Because like any creative way to get that name out there, like they maximized it. You know what I mean? Like I learned like with the t-shirts, the hats, just everything, man. So that whole tour like prepared me for life, man. That was like the best, most informative 3 years of my life. So like it was,
you know, look, it's nothing like seeing the country. It's nothing like seeing the country on somebody else's dime. Nothing like seeing the country and being paid on somebody else's dime.
Right.
And the caveat is you were around folks that really could give you the food, really could give you this food to digest so you could build your business right now. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's part of the reason why you have your wife sitting next to you now and you are able to build what you guys built, was probably that played a big part in it as well. You know what I'm saying? You still had to do the work, but
right,
that rubbed off. You know what I'm saying? Like that had to run, good, bad, and indifferent. It rubbed off. You know what I mean? It definitely rubbed off. So Angela,
right.
let me figure. I want to know, how that all came about. How the Tavon and Angela thing happened.
It's interesting you asked.
Our daughter is asking for dessert right now.
Okay.
No. Come on.
So we met. I want to say when you were probably about a year into DJing with Russell Simmons.
Yep.
Yeah. So I came around, and we were just friends initially. I actually met him. I'm from Maryland too,
Right.
but I met him. I met him in the Havana Club.
Okay.
So yeah, everybody's like, "Oh, so y'all met in Maryland?" I was like, "No, we met in Atlanta in a club."
Right.
You can find love in the club, but we were friends for about 2 years, and then we started dating. So, and I'm not sure what the last part of your question was. I'm sorry, my daughter was asking me about Cheerios.
No, I no, like I said, I just want to find out like how that happened. How how that whole you guys coming together, how that happened. It's funny because like she said, she usually would ask something like that, but I was just trying to figure out like when did it happen for you guys? He's on tour, he's moving around, he's new to Atlanta, you know what I mean? And then where did he meet his beautiful queen?
I think, but so we were friends during majority of all his Russell Simmons touring, and I think he had slowed down by the time we started dating. The tour might have been.
The tour was just about over,
Mm-hmm.
and but then I started doing Atlanta radio.
Oh yeah, so that's right. Yeah.
Like as soon as the tour stopped, I started doing the radio. Our boy Amir.
Right.
Amir from DTL. Amir got me on view. Yeah. So like it just went, and that's when her and I met.
Okay.
When we started dating.
So let me ask you this: how do you guys? I'm sorry because I feel like I'm taking over the interview.
You are, but I'm just.
I
had such a lovely weekend.
I'm taking over the interview, but how do you support Tay? Because of what he's in, because I know a lot of times, I've seen women say, I couldn't deal with you because you just out all the time and you in the club and so many girls trying to talk to you and blah, blah.
Well, let's be clear, no woman should be saying that to you.
I'm saying in the past.
Oh, okay.
This lady is crazy. I'm saying that I have heard that in my years of doing what I did.
And a lot of in the beginning, a lot of my friends.
This lady's crazy.
In the beginning, a lot of my friends were concerned about that. My parents, my father especially, he was really concerned about that. But I think that you have to have a lot of self-confidence within yourself and know your self-worth and your value. Right. So, I always, I was established I was comfortable in my career at the time. And so I knew that, I brought value into the relationship. And so, I wasn't self-conscious or, questioned where I stood in his life. And I think that he always went above and beyond to, make me feel comfortable. I never saw him, flirting with women. Like he's always been friendly with women. But I think when he was single, he, made sure that he had a separate, he kept it separate. Like, I don't have to sleep with everybody because I'm the DJ. Like he really did make a lot of friends, and those friendships helped build the business once we started it, because, you know, he was like, you know, I don't want to be that person. Right. And so I think that from the beginning, I knew that about his character. And even my friends, like, even though, you know, he was a DJ, that none of them could ever say, oh, well, I saw him doing this, and I saw him with so-and-so. So, you know, like, he always had like a good reputation as far as that goes, and my level of security being in a relationship with a DJ.
Right. You want to add to that?
No, I agree. I mean, that's me. You know, that's how we are. Like, I mean, I am very established, and we're both in the same industry. And so I'm very established. However, I step back and I really don't talk about what I do, because I allow him to be, you know, Jay. And then sometimes I don't want to talk about it. And so people think that I'm just the cute chick that's with him, when actually, you know, I'm the brains of the situation.
Look, and I say that all the time. I say that all the time. This podcast came about because of her brainchild of, you know, people just asking us how does this work as far as us working together. And so she came up with this, you know, with this brainchild. This whole Loving Business on Lock podcast is her brainchild. I'm just here. I'm just here to play my part, play my position. You dig what I'm saying? That's really it. So I mean, I understand, because it's nothing like, you know, it's nothing like y'all being next to, you know, the man. It doesn't. Black women help push us to another level of success. You know what I'm saying? That's why you next to that gentleman right now. That's why she's next to me, because of that. And you spoke about something that I really, we've been talking about a lot lately, is value in the relationship.
You know, I caught that when she said that. I was sitting there thinking, oh my God, she must have been in our conversations, because we talk about how important it is. Every person that surrounds you, there has to be value to it. Friendships, you know, business relationships, personal relationships, there has to be a value. And if there is no value, then why are you around us? And we've been talking about that recently a lot.
Yeah, I just, you know, I don't know about y'all and how you move with like friends and people and that sort of thing, but all of these relationships now for us, and, you know, have to have some kind of value. I mean, we cool, but if there's no, I want to add value to, like, when you guys booked me for the Ski Fest. And look, I told you, I said, I'm not going to, you hired me for something, I'm going to give you 1,000%. You know what I mean? Like, it has to be some value in a relationship. How do you guys deal with that? How do you guys deal with, you know, people just want to be around because, you know, Tay Rock and Angie are winning, and they travel and they got business and they DJ all these big parties? And how do you guys deal with that?
I'll let you take that one, because you deal with that a lot.
I think it's just.
I'm sorry. I know that was a lot. I apologize.
Well,
no. We talk about that often.
Yeah,
right.
It's just, you know, the older you get, you learn how to separate certain things. You know what I mean? Like, fortunately, but unfortunately, there are categories. And you put different relationships in different categories. And I think the better you get at that, it's easier. You know, you say, well, you know, I can hang out with this person and I know it's this. If I hang out with this person, I know it's this. And I hang out with this person, I know it's this. But then, like, you know, you have to also not let people too close within you, because that's your energy. That's our energy. That's like, if they give you something negative, then y'all take that back home into the house. Right. And like, you know, the way we say it is like we fight enough battles in the industry where home has to be the sanctuary. Like we don't want no negativity in here. Like don't call our phone with drama and just like, oh man, just hang the phone up. Like let's hang the phone up and let's go watch a comedy show or something, man.
And I think that, and then like, because he has had friends that are very draining. And I think that he had to train them. He taught them how to treat him. So, you know, like if they started talking negative, he would just get off the phone. And over time, they just realized that, okay, Tay Rock's is not the person that if I want to, you know, complain and everything too, then I'm, he's not the person to call. For me, I keep a small circle anyway. It takes
no new friends. No new friends.
All my friends are like 20 plus years. So it takes a lot of I have to really see you in all types of different situations for me to actually put you kind of like in my personal circle. So that's what I do. But because he's more in he deals with more of the social interaction within our company, and because he's a DJ, he's forced to be out there. So I think that he's done a good job of being able to weed out the people to keep close to him and not close to him.
Hey guys, I don't know. It just kicked us all the way.
It kicked us out. I don't know. We haven't look like we having connection issues today. It's first of all, when I tell you we have never. That's funny. When I tell you we've had no issues whatsoever, and today,
the world.
Like she said, Teddy Riley in his background dancer, the producer guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was the whole thing for me though. He was part.
Wait a minute, let me bring it back.
I'm sorry.
So I completely understand, because I have no new friends. If you didn't go to high school with me, we are not friends. I may have one or two people that I've met along the way, but no new friends. Don't play those games. All of my friends are 20 plus. So I understand that. So what I want to ask is, Angela, for you, how is it? Because I know I'm very protective of Jay. So I may see things that he doesn't see. So how does that translate in your relationship, as far as what steps do you take to try to prevent it or talk to him about it?
Definitely in our relationship. I think at first he would take offense to it. But now over time, like I found a more sensitive way to address like concerns. So usually I know that like when we need to talk about something serious, we usually go out to dinner so that it's one-on-one. It's just us. We don't have any other distractions. We don't pick our phones up. And that's whenever we address any concerns that we have, either within our, with each other, or within the business, or within family. And so I find that platform to address any of my concerns, and I'll internalize it, and I'll make sure that I say it so that it's not attacking. So I say it so it's sensitive to maybe how he feels about the situation. So I think that like we always talk about facts. You can't ever argue with facts. So as long as I come to him with some concrete reasons why, and it's not emotional, he really like, even if he doesn't agree with it right away, usually like the next day he's like, okay, right. I see what you're saying now, and yeah, so that's how we kind of handle it.
Honestly, her track record just spoke for itself. So like I would just fight with it, then she'd always end up being right. So now out of 10, I'm like, all right, I don't want to come back. I had to come back and tell you that you're right again. Let me just listen to you in the beginning. Let me at least listen in the beginning. Because in the beginning, I wouldn't listen. I was like, I ain't listening.
I don't have a problem with telling her though, because because what your lady is for you, your wife is. This is what she is for me, and she don't even really want to tell me. You know what I'm saying?
I do fight with him. Like I'll fight myself.
She'll kind of like, man, he liked this person. He got this attachment.
Like,
hey, you know what? You should just be careful. I'm like, what? No, nothing. Just be careful. Just my gut. You know what I mean? Just my gut. And
few times, and then I, like, all right.
About the 3-month period, like when I really see it, and I'll come back and just random.
Right.
You know, you was right. I'm like, yo, you know, you was right. She like, what you talking about? Well, X, Y, Z did A, B, C, and you was right. She like, yo, I don't want to be right, but I saw it. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to put you on point because, you know, Angela, you probably maybe like Cassandra as well. Somebody is guilty until proven innocent. Instead of innocent until proven guilty. Where I'm the exact opposite. I think that you move like me. I think you cool. I think you treat everybody the right way. I think you're a stand-up individual. And then when you're not a stand-up individual, it don't even disappoint me. You just being who you been, and I'm glad I got the message, you know what I'm saying, when I got it. You know what I mean?
Angela, you're from Maryland or you from Baltimore?
I'm from Maryland, Silver Spring.
Okay. So let's stop. So I always say that I'm from Maryland because I don't like to tell people I'm from Baltimore. Okay. So my thought process comes from the fact that I was born and raised in Baltimore. So you are guilty until proven innocent. And I grew up in Park Heights. Hello.
Thank you for admitting that. Thank you.
Yes, I did.
Thank you for admitting that. Thank you for admitting that.
I don't always admit it, but you are guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah, she don't admit that too much. If somebody asks her where she from, she
Maryland.
She say Maryland. I'm like, from Baltimore, man. What you talking about?
I'm from Maryland.
Park Heights, 21215.
Baltimore is a very popular city. Silver Spring is not. So I just say Maryland because most people don't know, and then they say it wrong. They always say with the S, Silver Springs.
Right. So I you know what? And it's funny because I feel like people always put the S on stuff, but it's really Silver Spring. You know, there's no S. It sounds like it should be an S, but it's not. It's not. And I'll tell, I can't hide it if I wanted to anyway. You hear my accent, the way I say to do. You know, you kind of where I say Baltimore, there's no T when I say it. I can't hide it if I wanted to.
So something that I heard you guys talk about, very interesting. And deal with it at dinner.
Sure.
So my question is, how important is investing into your relationship for you guys?
Oh man.
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like my pet peeve. Like, I always tell her like how you get the girls, how you keep the girl, how you get the guys, how you keep the guy. So it's like, you know, it goes in compound to what you said, Jay, about we get paid to travel around and do this. So sometimes if we haven't had a vacation or we didn't had a heated argument, I'd be like, all right, it's time to go. Like we gotta get away, even if it's for a day. Like we live in Atlanta, we'll go downtown and stay in a hotel and act like we're not in Atlanta. Like, because like we fully believe that, like, you know, especially, you know, I don't know how it was for you guys when you got into business together, but everybody was just like, oh man, y'all husband and wife doing business together. Oh man, good luck. Da, 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 da. So, you know, the target is already on your back going into it. So we just told ourselves that like we have to make it as not normal, what I say? Like
not the typical like 9 to 5. If it were up to him, we would travel every weekend. I slow him down. I'm like, okay, we need to be home for some weeks. But I mean, we travel probably twice a month. So I think that helps rejuvenate our relationship, remind us why we're together. Because sometimes we can just end up talking business, like just days upon days without really kind of doing check-ins on each other.
Yeah.
And then with kids, you know, that's a whole nother level of, you know, possibly not, you know, talking about each other and being connected with each other.
Right. Yeah, because that's like, yeah, I mean, that's the other part of it. It's like, even on vacation, like when your business partners, oh, they might have went out.
No, we heard you.
Like, when your business partners, like your vacation is not like everybody else's vacation. And I don't think
we know.
But the thing is, I don't think people understand that or they respect that. They might just look and say, look at Jay and Cass, they making all that money. Da, 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 da. They don't realize that, like, at your dinner table, y'all talking about what has to happen at work.
Oh my God.
They're not doing that. They're sitting on the couch watching Kevin Hart. Like, they don't, they don't understand that, like, it never ends.
It never ends. It never ever ends.
So you have to literally, like, honestly, like we were in Cancun. And we're in the pool talking about business. And I had to tell myself, all right, find something to talk about. Find, like, you're in the pool in Cancun.
He had a meeting with one of the.
Well, no. Think about it, Tay. Or think about it, Tay. We were flying back, and I'm texting you about the podcast. We're on the plane, and I'm texting you. You know, like I can't even take a nap on my 12-hour journey.
Well, I'm glad she took care of that, because I was so frustrated from the travel. I had my headphones on, I'm watching something on Netflix, and I needed some time to breathe. You know what I mean? And I don't even get frustrated, but it was a little frustrating travel. So, but to your point, that's what it is. If we sit down to dinner, if we in the car, whatever the case may be, business is going to come up, because that's just kind of, you know, it's not a 9 to 5. We know we don't do it and then leave and come back to it. There's no paid vacation, no paid time off, no sick days.
Right.
It ain't that. You know what I mean? It's not that. So we got to physically put it together, make it happen, and work.
So let's talk about this. Can I have some paid time off?
Okay. All right.
I tried.
All right. We need to get paid, so I don't know about no paid.
I know, right? If you don't do it, it doesn't get done.
Right. We need to get paid. So I want to find out from you guys, and usually I would do this at the latter part of the podcast, but I want to know exactly what you guys have going on business-wise right now.
Where you want to go? Okay, so and like luckily, by the grace of God, we actually have been able to do well. We own a group travel company, and it's majority. Well, yeah, it's for Black people, and our age group is what, about 28 to about 45. It's probably our demographic. And so when COVID hit, we had to cancel about 4 events. But like I said, by the grace of God, we were able to do a trip in September 2020. We just executed our ski trip in January last month. And then we have a trip in Tampa in April. And then we have a family trip in Tennessee in June. Then we have a Cancun trip in July. We have a Jamaica trip in August. We have an Arizona trip in September. We have an Atlanta trip in October. And then we start all over again in January. So,
nice.
Right. And look, that's a full schedule. You know,
it is. Yeah, we're blessed to have a really good team that really helps us take the load off of the like day-to-day stuff.
Okay.
Because social media is like we don't even really advertise. Like our social media platform and our group pages are our advertisement.
Okay.
So that ends up being a full-time job within itself, is managing all the group pages for all these different trips. And we have a really good team that helps us manage that and then manage the customer calls and emails.
Nice.
All right. So I have to ask a really important question. For us, what you see in front of this camera that's the team. And I know that how long did it take for you guys to get the proper team? Because I know it was some ins and outs. You had to cut some people, had somebody on your team, you thought was good, wasn't good. how long did it take for you guys to come up with the team that you have now?
Well, we've been in business for 15 years. So I remember the first people that we brought on the team was actually one of my closest friends, and then my niece, who's only 4 years younger than me. But they were our first like coordinators. So they were trustworthy. And then we started hiring like interns, but we realized like with the next generation, you really do have to find the diamond in the rough with them, because a lot of like I don't want to generalize all of them, but their work ethic, I don't believe is the same as like our generation. They think things come to them, quickly, easily. It's just a sense of entitlement. So what happened was my niece found two interns. No, I'm sorry. She found one intern that had a really strong work ethic. And I always would call her a baby because she was so young. And then she brought on her sister. And then what we realized is that if we ask them, who would you recommend to join the team, they're not going to embarrass themselves by bringing on some foolery. So we started just kind of hiring like internally, just saying like, give us one of your referrals, because our team now is like, for our ski trip, we have about 100 staff. And so for my coordinators, all of them pretty much know each other because they're either friends or family. And every now and then we'll like, hire outside of that. And we still have our hits and misses, but for the most part, we find that once you find maybe like one or two, just have them start referring their friends and family, and and they'll make sure they don't hire anyone that's outside of what the job is.
Right.
Yeah.
Then
you can see like at most of our staff is females, but then like so typically over the last 15 years, I mean, he was on the first trip. It's been my brother. It's been me and him.
Right.
Now, I met my brother, you know what I mean? So it's like it's been me and him, and then other guys will come and go. But ironically, all I would say what is 4 top managers. 3 of the 4 is another part of the journey we didn't talk about, as far as like Atlanta, when Frank and I opened up that restaurant, that slash lounge.
Right.
So 3 of the 4 managers that are at the top with us were there. They were our managers there. And it's like that place, I mean, you talking about preparing you for battle. Like, I mean, there was nothing, like I'm talking about as far as food, liquor, hospitality. That place is really what prepared us to do like what y'all saw at that ski trip. And imagine what y'all saw was only half the capacity.
Right, and that's what you told. That's what you told me, and everybody else kind of reminded us as we move. And it's funny because I didn't call anybody else but you. You know what I mean? Like, right. You were my point of contact. And I knew you were doing a whole bunch of stuff, but that's why I use. I mean, even when you were running, so you had so much stuff to do. You told me one place where you used to be. And, and then I was like, I don't want to be late for Tay. I know Tay has some issues with, some guys, and I don't want to be late. You know what I'm saying? And I felt bad. When I tell you I felt bad, I'm like, Tay, I just had to show you the screenshot. Like, yo, it wasn't me, bro. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't me. But I just know that it was a lot. You guys had a lot. I mean, but it moved. You had a lot going on. Y'all had like 5 parties a day.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
You had like 5 parties a day. I mean, to the point that once I finish DJing, I got to go, bro. I can't. I'm tired. So I don't even know how y'all did it. You know what I mean? I don't know how y'all did it.
It's like she said, it's the team though. Because like you see, like I didn't even, because I was dealing with something else. I didn't make it to your second party.
Right.
I didn't make it to the silent party. Like it was 3 other things I was juggling, and I looked up, and it was like 4:30 in the morning. I was like, well, I guess I'm not gonna make it over there.
And I had a good. The silent party was. just kind of sitting there. 3:15, they came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? They came out of nowhere and they stayed the whole time. Like I played like 2-3 extra songs because they didn't want to go yet. You know what I mean? But I was glad to be a part, and I was proud to watch what you guys, what you established and what you accomplished with that, because like I said, it was a bunch of, y'all had different hotels, different parties, 19 DJs, y'all got buses coming from everywhere, people flying in, and it was ran really well. So if I didn't get a chance to tell you guys there, Thank
you so much for hosting us.
First and foremost, for inviting me, having me be a part, having us be a part, and to watch what you guys have accomplished with that is absolutely amazing. It really is amazing what you guys have accomplished with that ski trip. I mean, with what you guys.
We apologize.
So I want to apologize, you guys. I don't know. Like you said, I don't know. She jinxes with this Teddy Riley stuff. I don't know.
How did I jinx this? I jinxed this. Take that back. Apologize. What is this?
That was a guy dancing in the background.
No, that's how you dance, right?
No, I'm saying, I'm playing. No, you ain't jinxes. I'm just saying that I apologize because we really don't have this issue. It was
probably because you were going on and on and on, and all you had to do is say thank you because it's 8.
Yo, I need to give y'all flowers where y'all can smell. You know what I mean? Because hey, Tay Rock, real I do want to tell you in case it didn't come across your desk or whatever. You remember Jimmy Jones? Watch out for the big girl. He passed away today.
Oh man,
he passed away today. So I don't know if I was actually supposed to even say it out loud. But
it's been all over social media.
He passed away, and it just kind of, I think it came out of nowhere, or he may have been going through something and didn't tell. I don't know, but I did get the call this morning.
So
I want to give you your flowers while you can smell.
It is 8:45. We have been talking for 45 minutes, and it's my favorite part of the show. It's the games for me. No,
you have
the games for you.
You got the floor.
Act like you infused about this.
No. Listen, listen. Look. I'm good. I want the food.
Well, we got the food. We ate it off the plate. So now it's time to play.
I want the food. I mean.
So now it's time to play.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I'm going to ask you guys 2 questions. The first question, you will look at each other and you will answer until you can't answer any longer. The second question, you'll just answer. And then Jay gets to ask his little questions. My questions are better. No?
Go ahead.
You have nothing? Okay. So
I was parched.
You were parched.
Yeah.
So my first question is, you taught me. So if I am talking to this guy here, it is, you taught me how to love. You taught me how to be patient. You taught me how to be diplomatic. You taught me how to hold my tongue. You taught me how to invest in myself. And you taught me how to make sure that everybody around us is good, even when I don't want to. And you?
You taught me discipline. You've taught me how to handle my business better. You taught me how not to just trust anybody to take care of personal business. You have taught me to trust, which I didn't necessarily do well. You've taught me how to be a better man. You taught me how to be a better businessman. And you have taught me how to embrace and enjoy the moment. A lot of times we don't, and I tell you could be guilty of this. a party is a party, a moment is a moment. You do it, and then you like, let's get to the next one. You know what I'm saying? And Cassandra's the one that taught me like to really embrace the moment. This your moment. Embrace it. Take it in. Get a chance to enjoy it. And she taught me that because that's not what I'm just like, yo, this is what we do. Let's get to the next event. This is easy. Let's get to the next event. And you taught me that.
So Angela and Tay.
All right. You go first.
You taught me, and I don't mean to steal some of your stuff.
Like they said everything. So I'm like,
but you taught me like how to have fun, how to enjoy life, how to not be on the grind all the time, even though I'm still working on that. You taught me how to relax. You taught me how to be patient. Let's see, what else? I would even say that you helped me stay more spiritual and stay more grounded.
That's big.
So you've taught me how to be more organized, how to be more disciplined, how to try to slow down. I mean, it doesn't, you know what I mean? You've taught me to make sure that I take time out for the family and not be so make money. You've taught me, fatherhood. Like you've helped me honestly become a better father to the kids because you have slowed me down and you make me take the Tay-Rock hat off sometimes and be Tavon. What else? You've taught me not to be, watching you has taught me how to be not so judgmental toward people. Because like I'm a Virgo, sometimes I'm just pessimistic from the beginning. And you've helped me, make sure that I always put God first. So is that good?
I think it's a delay.
Oh, okay.
Yo, I swear I didn't do it. Yo, I swear. In full disclosure, because I'm really, I lay it all out on the table. When it goes out, we're still sitting smiling because we don't know if they can still hear us, you can still hear us, you know what I mean? And I got to tap her like, listen, keep it together here. Keep it together. You know what I mean? Keep it together.
Because I'm a cusser and I wanted to cuss.
Yeah. Yeah, we really do apologize. It hasn't. We have never had these technical difficulties.
Never.
Yeah, I do apologize.
It's all family, man.
Right.
So my second question is, our love is. That's a different question, isn't it? Hello, are you listening? Are you a part of this podcast?
I was letting you go.
Buddy, are you a part of this podcast?
I was letting you go.
I was asking you a question. That's a different question.
Yeah,
okay,
but this is kind of questions you ask on a regular basis.
Shh, bring
this
it back.
Is easy.
Bring it back.
This is easy.
So our love is. So for me, the question to Jay is, our love is not always easy, but it's worth fighting for.
I like that. I like that. Like she actually got me on that one. You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't expecting that. Usually I kind of know and bounce right back. I got it. Our love is like the mountains. In
oh my God!
In Arizona. You know what I mean? What you want from me? This is what we do. What you want
This
from me?
dude is
Listen, Arizona, beautiful place, man. Just it is.
Angela
It really is.
and Tay. Go ahead.
All right. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right. So, that's hard. Our love is. Our love is it's the good, the bad, the business, the personal, our relationship, the kids.
You say it like it's a burden.
It's not burden. It's just
like it's a burden.
it's a lot.
Our love is a lot. It's levels to it.
There you go. Like Meek Mill. Like Meek Mill say, there's levels to this shit. Our love is just so many different levels. I think I can level it out like that. Our love is so many different levels.
Our love, and I know they went out, but I would say our love is real. Our love is it's real. I think it's patient. I think we, I don't want to steal your words, but I think that like we fight to like make sure that, we stay committed to each other and that we just remember how we started. And so we don't take each other for granted. So, I just know that I wouldn't want to do this journey with anybody else.
Yeah, we both definitely feel like, it's God. It's God given. Like there's no other way. Like it's God given. Like for our talents to meet and then just be able to work together. And wherever I fall off, she's there to pick me up. Wherever she falls off, I'm there to pick her up. And we don't know. Like some days I'm supposed to be on my game with this, but I'm not.
Right.
You'll see it and be like, all right, boy, and vice versa. So I think that's very
real.
That's real. Like it's nothing, it's nothing we can fake about it. It's nothing we
love transparency, man. And that's
I wanted to jump in.
You okay? You want to go ahead and handle this? I'll just sit back and just go ahead. No, go ahead.
You know what? No. So let me tell you why I wanted to jump in, right? Because listening to them, it just makes me think about a lot of us. I'm being serious.
I'm smart. I ain't said a word.
It makes me, because I know I joke and play a lot, but it makes it's you always talk about how one of the reasons why you love this podcast is because we get fed as well.
Right.
And I really do feel like, we've gotten fed on the other podcasts, but I really do feel like today, even with everything that's gone down with the internet acting crazy and stuff, we've gotten fed a lot. And like listening to them, it's almost like it's a mirror for us. You know what I mean?
Right. And
it is refreshing to know that there's someone else out there who deals with what we deal with,
Right.
And not only that, but the way you guys deal with it. When I tell you it's a mirror image for us, it is a mirror image for us. And a lot of times people will be like, well, how do y'all deal with that? Or, oh, but he really is this way and he's that. And I'm like, nobody can tell me who Jay Claxton is but Jay Claxton, because I know James, y'all know Jay, I know James, and James, I know him. And so just listening to Angela and listening to how Tay responds and how they deal with things, it reminded me so much. And so I apologize because, I try not to overstep you, but I apologize for that, but I just
podcast is, hopefully we give each other food as we give, the people who will look back at this food as well.
Right.
We get a lot of food from, our guests, and you guys are in the same
absolutely.
You know,
I
we definitely
absolutely
love that.
agree. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I'm
thank
sorry.
you
So
so
I
much.
apologize for interrupting, but I needed to,
So
say
I'm
what you
gonna
know.
try. I'm gonna try to make mine as quick as I can.
Yeah, Teddy Riley, because the way this internet.
Yeah, try to make mine as quick as I can. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. I don't know. Teddy Riley put something on us or something. We must have been laughing at him.
It may be the snowstorm though, because it is a storm coming.
Right.
The weather is everywhere. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It's cold, and it was cold. It was crazy. It was cold in Dallas. It was snow on the ground and all kind of stuff in Texas. I'm like, it don't even snow in Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't even snow in Texas. But because you guys deal with music so much, I want to know your top 5 hip hop artists. It can be group, it can be singular, it can be male, female, it can be duo. I need it from the both of you guys. Like, I need it from the both of you. Top 5.
You go first.
So top 5. Let's see. Number 1. So I'm just gonna give you 5. Like,
and if you can do it in.
What you want me to do?
No. I said even if you can give me an order, you don't have to be.
Oh yeah,
Just,
I'll give them to you in order. Like,
okay.
Number 1 is Sade. That's number 1. Like
that is not hip hop.
I did say hip hop.
Oh, hip hop. I thought you said.
I did. But listen, Tay. Let me tell you something.
She's like,
Who's my favorite female?
Sade.
There you go.
But it's still not
hip hop, bro. Hip hop.
There you go. Hip hop. Eric B. I mean Rakim.
Okay.
Rakim is number 1.
Rakim.
Number 2, that goes between Jay-Z and Biggie. So that's 2 and 3. However you want to put whoever on top of another. 4. Trying to think who like, because I listen.
Really been hating on this today.
Mm-hmm.
4.
What's that? Facebook 8.
Would have to be probably say Big Daddy Kane. 5 would have to be it's crazy. Like, it's so because it would be somebody new.
This is a DJ answer because he's just.
I'm in my iPod right now. I'm.
You're not getting graded on this.
So what? So what?
And the podcast is over. So hurry up.
It counts. 5. Like, I ain't even, like, you gonna think I'm crazy, but I would have to say like 50 Cent. I'm thinking 50. 50 would be like.
I ain't mad at 5th. I ain't mad at 5th at all. Like,
50 would be. It's not 50. It's not 50 the artist. It's 50. Like when I say 50, like, I'm thinking about every G Unit song. I'm thinking about Young Buck songs. Because I know he got his hands in all of that. So. Right. It would be like the G Unit collabo. Like, they're my number 5. Like, like if you hear me DJ, most of the stuff you hear are gonna be from them 5 people that I just said. Like, I'm gonna find a way to get them songs in there.
Right. But you know what's crazy? The part 50 Cent as a businessman as well. A lot of times, for whatever reason, everybody look at Jay. It's Jay. He's a billionaire. But 5th found a way to, pivot.
He did.
And, great shows. I mean, just, vitamin water, just all kind of business deals, in shape, make sure everybody's good. Like, I had a chance to really go to his house one time and really sit and talk to him. So 5th, I get it. Angela, my fault. I'm so sorry.
Your top 5
hip hop artists. Let's
okay, so I didn't start listening to hip hop until probably the 90s. So my answers are gonna be very generic and radio based. I would say
Silver Springs.
I would say I'm just gonna say who I like. So Puffy. I like Puffy. I like Missy Elliott. I do like Jay-Z. I want to say Salt and Pepper is probably up there for me. Who else do I like? Who's probably a really big one that I like?
Big one.
Huh? Did I say Jay-Z? I said Puffy. Oh, I like Biggie. Yeah, and I like Biggie. Was that 5?
That's 5.
Okay. I'm more of an R&B person, so
Yeah, she's not a lyricist. It's all about the show.
I don't know what they're saying.
For her to name Missy Elliott, it's all good.
Yeah, I work out to her. I like working out
She
to
likes
her.
the music video.
Yeah, and the dance moves. Yeah, you're right. I do. You're right. I can throw Total in there. Taylor, look here. Taylor.
So listen, I would give you my 5, but the internet is not going to allow you to do that today.
Well, you know what? The internet didn't go out until Angela said Missy.
I told you I'm not.
Missy, I love Missy. I love Missy. Super talented.
Mitch and Missy.
Yes. So look, I want to tell you my top 5, but I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here, right? But what I do need you guys to do one more time, shameless plug, everything you got going on, how they can follow, how they can, book whatever they need to book to be a part of the trips, whatever needs to happen. This is your shameless plug portion of the podcast. Go.
Cool. So basically, like we said, Tay-Rock, Angela, the Elite Creative Group, we own one of the biggest urban Black group travel companies in the country. We've been in business for 15 years. We got like 6 trips coming up this year. We all, we go with all the safety protocols and everything. So it ain't just a whole bunch of reckless people. Like we wear our masks when we supposed to. We clean our hands. We do everything. It's no knuckleheads allowed. Like the average age on our trip is honestly about 28 to 45. So like Angela said, we have Tampa in April. We have a family trip to Tennessee in June. We have Cancun in July, Jamaica in August, Arizona in September, and Atlanta in November. All these are hubbed on the one website. You can just go to elitecreativegroup.com, sign up for our mailing list. We send out information on all of them, updates on all of them, and you can find everything there.
Listen,
nice.
Angela, you want to add anything to this?
No, he said it all. Once you sign up for the emails, you'll start getting the advertisement that we do. So
okay. Listen, I wanna thank you guys for taking time out your busy schedule to sit and talk with us. I do want to say shout out to this raggedy internet tonight. Shout out to them. They have hated on us since we said go. But really, thank you so much. And again, I'm so proud of you guys. I am so happy for you guys to excel as a couple, as a Black couple in business. Man, we are so happy for you guys. And just please keep going, man. Keep going. Keep your circle really, tight, like you said. No negative energy in your circle, and please understand, if somebody shows you who they are, 9 times out of 10, that's really who they are. You know what I'm saying? It's really who they are. So I am gone. We're gone. Thank y'all so much.
Thanks for having us. Thank you guys for having us.
Yeah.
Right. And then Friday, 8 p.m. we back.
Yep, we are back. We have the Bristers, R&B singer, and for the first half, the second half is the Business of Love.
Okay.
The erotic edition.
Okay. All right.
Ready?
Yeah. All right. Listen, so got you. Thank you so much. I am done. I want to get out of here before this internet. Hey, we're gonna call you. We're gonna call you on the second though.
Yeah, give us 1 second.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks.